What is going on, the overemployed army? In this video, we're going to read the Reddit post talking about, do you actually have to do work at your job? I'm going to read it and give my input, but also check out the Overemployed Masterclass if you do want to learn how to become and how to stay overemployed for the long term. It's all in there in the description box and the pinned comment down below, so check that out. Okay, so I've been overemployed for going on 2 years now. Every ticket I pick up, every work item I do at either job, I get done in the time frame allotted. I am a professional. I take pride in my work, and I get consistently high marks for my bosses. I'm not a try-hard. I don't do anything extra, but I am doing the work I agreed to do. So right off the bat, I'm just going to agree with this super strongly. This is what I've always recommended. You need to do your work, and at the same time, you don't want to go overboard. But if you do your work, you don't go too fast, you don't go too slow, you keep eyes off of you. You don't end up getting extra work because you finish too quickly, but you also don't raise suspicions of low productivity, right? Whether or not you're overemployed, that's not a good position to be in if you're not completing your work. However, over this time, I've noticed two people I've worked with that have also been overemployed. One of them, a mid-level developer on a company outing, got drunk and told a few of us about his job one, we were job two, and about how he was pulling in $300,000. He was a pretty bad engineer, always late on his tickets, late or absent from meetings, and coming up with stupid excuses why he had to miss work. Just a bad employee. He lasted 8 months until they finally fired him. In his last quarter of work, he produced absolutely nothing but excuses. So unfortunately, this does happen quite often with people that, and this is actually a good example as to a lot of you that are scared about being overemployed. It kind of goes to show that this is the most common occurrence. People that just can't keep up with work performance and their productivity slacks. And that's usually why they lose their job. It's not because you get caught or found out. If you're doing your work, you're usually always going to be fine. The second guy, I just caught him recently. He's a newish hire, 4 months or so, as a staff engineer embedded to our team. So that's interesting that it's a staff engineer, because usually that's going to be someone that's going to have a lot more responsibility and ownership for any product. So he was supposed to help us over the hump with a major project who hasn't produced anything at all. He picks up tickets, then in a week or so claims they're too obscure or need refinement, or finds some other reason to complain. And he kicks them back to the backlog. He's done that literally since he's been here. Anyway, I did some digging, and lo and behold, his name, a very unique name, which is easy to find online, I'm guessing, and picture are on another company's website, along with a recent, since he's worked with us, testimonial about how he helped with some client issue. It's really getting under my skin for two reasons. Number one, my manager bragged to us how he landed this rock star dev, who we had to get board friends with, another middle-level manager who basically vouched for him with glowing high praise, and he just plain sucks. Also, no one in management seems to be aware. So I'm just going to make a quick comment here on this. I mean, if someone's not doing their work properly, and obviously it'll affect you, but if you leave a clear, transparent path of communication on public chats, chat logs, emails, whatever, then it doesn't really affect you, right? No one will really come at you, and if they do, you can refer them to, hey, look, I've already reached out to this person. This is their responsibility, not mine. So, and then you'll be safe, right? So it doesn't really matter if they're not doing well or doing well. And then he ends this post by saying, so all I ask, if you're going to be overemployed, then do your job. If you pick up an item, if you're asked to do something, give an estimation, and then get it done in that time frame. Not only is it drawing attention to the rest of us, it's making more work for your team as well. Again, that part is kind of arguable. You know, most of the time a manager will very easily spot when someone is doing that, right? So they're not stupid. Don't think your managers are stupid. Now, you might be getting away with producing low output at work, but your managers know. They're aware of it. So don't think that they don't know. Okay, so he just ends up saying it's a crappy thing to do all around. Do your job or drop back down to job one only. Now, to be completely honest, guys, I will never judge anyone if they still are able to keep their job and be overemployed and make double, triple their income. You know what? They're doing their thing. I'm not going to judge. Now, obviously, if they're not doing their job, they're probably not going to last that long anyway. So that's just their choice. That's their responsibility. But at the end of the day, it's not really something that you need to be worried about if you are overemployed and you notice this in your teams. You know, do your work And if it does impact you, obviously you can mention it to your manager if they ever ask, but there's no reason to really create any drama, conflict, or anything at work, you know? I mean, this has always been an issue with employment overall, right, guys? So it's always been, sometimes people just get tired of working on this treadmill where they get work done, they get work done, they get work done, they get more work assigned, they learn more, they upskill, they get better and better, and they provide more value to the company. But at the end of the day, they just don't receive the incentives. They don't receive proportional promotions or salary raises. So this is usually what causes a lot of people to slack, a lot of these people just aren't good employees, and it doesn't really have anything to do with overemployment. They're just bad employees. And I'm not saying that to judge them or say they're bad people. It just, some people are just not meant to be employees. So if you guys agree with this video, or if you have any comments, leave a comment down below, like the video, and I will see you guys next time.